press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Okay, my dear students, in the last discussion class, JEE and NEET problems, we have not seen one problem because of balancing the time. Here, from your assignment questions what we have given to you, in that it is question number 21. Important concept is behind it. Whether it comes to the exam or not, it is immaterial. Understand the concepts. The volume of a hollow portion of a sphere. Volume of hollow portion of a sphere. There is a sphere. This is, you can say, solid sphere. This is completely filled now. This external is filled, say of radius r, and internal radius is smaller. This middle portion is hollow. This is hollow portion. What he says? Volume of a volume 4 by 3 pi r cube. Volume of hollow portion of a sphere is 3/4 that of external volume. 3/4 of external volume. External radius is r, hollow sphere radius is r. From this data, what you can say? 4 pi by 3, 4 pi by 3 is cancelled. R cube is equal to 3/4 of r cube. Just this data is given in this line. Next, if it floats in a liquid of relative density, floats by the principle of flotation, by the law of flotation, that is, downward weight of object should balance the up thrust. While practicing, write every step neatly. Once you understood the concept, you can avoid all these steps. Downward weight means V rho G. Volume of the object, density of the object into G equals to, it floats in a, that is half of its volume, that is half of external volume, half of external volume, external into density of liquid into G. Volume of object submerged. In what? Liquid, rho L into G. He says half of external volume, that is of 4 by 3 pi r cube, half of external volume, and he says in a liquid of relative density. What is the definition of relative density? Density of object with respect to water. And he says floats in a liquid, that is object means that is density of the liquid I should write. So therefore, density of the liquid will be is equal to, how much they have given? Relative density here is 3 by 2. Density of liquid, relative density of a liquid. Relative density of liquid is density of liquid with respect to density of water. That is called relative density, given as how much? 3 by 2. Therefore, density of liquid will be is equal to 3 by 2 times of density of water. So, in this density of liquid, I should write 3 by 2 times of density of water. So, has a good concept in this problem. Into G. This is half of external volume is immersed in a liquid, means that is the upthrust equal to weight of the liquid that is displaced by the external volume. In this, be careful, that is volume of the object, this entire object is dipped in water, such that what is the weight of this? Weight is volume into density into G. 4 by 3 by this entire external R and small r, 4 by 3 pi R cube minus R cube into density of object into G. This is the given object that is having both external diameter and internal diameter, or you can say cavity, hollow sphere with cavity. So now simplify what they are asking, relative density of material of the solid. What this rho naught? Density of the solid, that should be measured with respect to water. Rho naught by rho w. If you solve, you will get the answer. Now start, my dear students. 4 pi by 3 cancel. G cancels. I have taken rho w here. 3 by 2 into 1 by 2. I get 3 by 4 into this entire should be shifted here. 1 divided by R cube minus R cube. And from equation 1, we have shown that small R cube is this much. Substitute, you will get the answer. I need a space. This is given in your assignment question paper. Now, copying from this, rho naught by rho w is equal to 3 by 4 into 1 divided by R cube minus, I am substituting here this step. This step is carried here, R cube minus R cube, 3/4 of R cube. If you are good in mathematics, 1 ನಲ್ಲಿ 3 by 4 ಹೋದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಉಳಿತು? 1/4 ಉಳಿತು. So therefore your answer 3/4 into 1 divided by 1/4 of R cube. Here one more left here, this one R cube. Here right side, one more R cube I have left, my dear students. So this R cube cancels, 4 cancels. Therefore, relative density of a solid. Relative density of solid means density of the object measured with respect to water. There, relative density of liquid with respect to water. I have explained clearly in the while discussing competitive problems also. So now rho naught by rho 3 is how much here? 3. For that, you can choose answer to an important concept problem. Because of a shortage of time, I have jumped this problem because it takes time. I think you understand the concept clearly. Take next question, my dear students. Compare the densities of two immiscible means they do not mix up. Taken in a circular hollow tube as shown in figure. Take the diagram along with me. Sorry, just to understand, I have given a bigger diagram to understand neatly. Say this is row 1, this one is row 2. Heavier liquid is settled at the bottom. Row 1 is greater than row 2. And the light oil is settled at the top. This empty tube is, say, filled with atmospheric pressure. It has an atmospheric pressure. And this interface joining the center will divide the liquid into two equal quadrants, means this angle is 90, this is 90. And one more data, the line joining the interface makes an angle alpha with vertical. This is given data in the question paper. From this, calculate row 1 by row 2. And you should get the answer 1 plus tan alpha divided by 1 minus tan alpha. Dear student, thought process is equating the pressure at same horizontal level. The fluid is at rest. By the principle of hydrostatic pressure, equating the pressure at same horizontal level. For that, we need distances. So with this, we are modifying some data here. Let us take this entire distance as radius. Now, from this, I take this as a referential line. I need this depth of the fluid. Depth of the fluid I need here. To calculate this, again I do a construction here. This entire distance is r, that is radius. Now I have to remove this distance, my dear students. This distance has to be removed here. I have to calculate this. Out of alpha, this is 90. How much you will get? 90 minus alpha. And this becomes adjacent side. Adjacent means you must use a cosine function, that is r cos 90 minus alpha. So out of this r, I have to remove this cos 90 minus alpha. So how much you will get? R minus r cos 90 minus alpha is sin alpha. So out of r, I have to remove, so that I will get, this is the depth of the fluid, my dear students. This is the depth of the fluid. That depth is equal to how much here? R minus r sin alpha. ಈ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ, ಈ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಅಡ್ಜಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕಾಸ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅಡ್ಜಸೆಂಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಹೈಪಾಟನಸ್. ಅಡ್ಜಸೆಂಟ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಕೊಸೈನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್, ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸೈನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. ಅದನ್ನು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡೋಣಂತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡೋದು ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೈನ್ ತೀಟಾ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಹೈಪಾಟನಸ್, ಇದೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈಪಾಟನಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವುದಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಕಾಸ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅಡ್ಜಸೆಂಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ divided by hypotenuse. This is all you know, my dear students. No waste of time here. Fine. This left side is over. And the right side, I need this distance here. Again from this R, this distance is R here, radius. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಡ್ಜಸೆಂಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಫಾಗೆ ಈ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸು adjacent means cos. So out of this R, this is entire R, and this distance is how much here? I can write one more help I can do, my dear students. This is alpha, this is 90 minus alpha. This distance I can take 90 minus alpha ಗೆ opposite ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಸೈನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. R of sin of 90 minus alpha. Sin 90 minus alpha is cos alpha. Therefore, this distance will be is equal to R minus R cos alpha. This height you can call. This height of the fluid, that is of density rho 1. We need rho gh. ಈ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ R ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ R ತೆಗಿತಾ ಅದನ್ನು 90 minus alpha ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಸೈನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇದು 90 minus alpha ಆದರೆ ಇದೆಷ್ಟು ಇರಲೇಬೇಕು? ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಇರಲೇಬೇಕು. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ 90, ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಒನ್ ಐ ಡ್ರಾ ಎ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಐ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ 90, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ. 90 minus alpha ಇದು ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಇರಲೇಬೇಕು. ಆಲ್ಫಾಗೆ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಬರಿತೀಯಾ? ಸೈನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಬರಿತೀಯಾ? ಹೈಪೋಟನಸ್ ಯಾವುದಾಗುತ್ತೆ? R ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಫಾರ್ R ಸೈನ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ. ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು R ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇದು Y ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇದು X ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಈಗ ಸೈನ್ ಥೀಟಾ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ R. ನಾನೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ? Y is equal to R sin ಥೀಟಾ. ಥೀಟಾಗೆ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಸೈನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗಿದೆ ಕಾಸ್ ಥೀಟಾ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅಡ್ಜಸೆಂಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಹೈಪೋಟನಸ್. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಆರ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಥೀಟಾ. ನಾನೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ? ಅಡ್ಜಸೆಂಟ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕೊಸೈನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತಪ್ಪ, ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸೈನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್. ನೌ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಸ್, equating the pressure at same horizontal level. ನಾವು ಈಗ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಸೈಡ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿರಿಕ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇದಂದ್ರೆ ಏನೋ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೈಟಲ್ಲಿದೆ? H ಹೈಟಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರೋ 1 G H, ರೋ G H. H means this much, R into 1 minus sin alpha. ಇದಿಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ in this I have taken R as common, 1 minus alpha. ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಮುಗೀತು ಕಣಪ್ಪ. ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಬರ್ತವೆ. ರೋ 1 ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತು ರೋ 2 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ರೋ 1 ಡೆಪ್ತ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಾರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ? ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿರಿಕ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇದಿಷ್ಟು. ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿರಿಕ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರು ರೋ 2 ಮತ್ತು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ರೋ 1 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ರೋ 1 ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಪಿ ಎ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ರೋ 1 ಇಂಟು ಜಿ ಇಂಟು ಹೆಚ್. ಇದಿಷ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಮನ್ ಏನು? ಆರ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ಉಳಿತು ಎಷ್ಟು? 1 ಮೈನಸ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಉಳಿತು. ಇದಾಗಿ ಈ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಯಾವುದಿದೆಪ್ಪ? ರೋ 2 ಇದೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು? ರೋ 2 ಈ ಹೈಟ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಈ ಹೈಟ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಈ sin 90 minus cos sin 90 minus alpha ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಕಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ R sin 90 minus alpha, R cos alpha ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಎಂಟೈರ್ R ಇದೆ, ಅದು ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ. ಇದಿಷ್ಟೇ R sin 90 minus alpha is R cos alpha. G R cos alpha ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಆರ್ ಸೈನ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸೈನ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲಿದ್ರೆ ಬೇಕು ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಬರಿತೀನಪ್ಪ. To understand clearly once more, after writing all these heights, pressure is given by the formula rho gh, or excess pressure is given by the formula rho gh. Applying this and equating the pressure at same horizontal level. Start left side. ಈ ಹೈಟ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಇದು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ರೋ 1 g h or 1 minus sin alpha pa rho g h is equal to right side ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿರಿಕ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಪಿ ಎ ಇದೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ರೋ 1 ಜಿ ಹೈಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಟೈಮ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇಡ. 1 minus cos alpha. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ರೋ 1 ಜಿ ಇವೆರಡು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀಯ. ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಕಾಮನ್ ಏನು ಬಂತು, ಆರ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ಬಂತು. ಸೈನ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇಂಟು ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಸೈನ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ. entire depth I need, this entire depth, my dear students. Okay, now so with this cancel pressure at A is removed. Rho gr is cancelled. Then simplify quickly. Now what is left now? Rho 1 minus sin alpha, rho 1 minus cos alpha. Left side one step baker ಬರೀತೀನಿ, equal to rho 1 minus cos alpha plus this is rho 2. Second liquid ಅಲ್ಲ, rho 2 into sin alpha plus cos alpha. So now what you should do, ಇದಷ್ಟನ್ನು ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ತೊಗೊಂಬರೋಣ. ಅವಾಗ ಕಾಮನ್ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ರೋ 1 minus sin alpha. ಇದಿಷ್ಟನ್ನು ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ತೊಗೊಂಬಂದರೆ 1 ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಮೈನಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು. 1 minus 1 ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್. ಮೈನಸ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬಂದರೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಉಳಿದ ಎಷ್ಟು, ಮೈನಸ್ ಸೈನ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ರೋ 2 ಸೈನ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ. ಸೊ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ರೋ 1 by ರೋ 2 is equal to, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಸ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಕಾಮನ್, ಟ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಡೂ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್, ನೀಟ್ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇದನ್ನು ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇನೆ. ಕಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಸೈನ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ, ಇದು ಕಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಮೈನಸ್ ಸೈನ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ. ಡಿವೈಡ್ ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಬೈ ಕಾಸ್. ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಅಥವಾ ಟೇಕ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಅನ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ಆನ್ ಬೋತ್ ಸೈಡ್, 1 ಪ್ಲಸ್. ಬರೀ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಂತಪ್ಪ ಇದು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಟೈಮ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಇದು. ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ 1 ಮೈನಸ್ ಸೈನ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಬೈ ಕಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ. ಫುಲ್ಲು ಕಾಮನ್ ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಏನು, ಕಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ. ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ ಕೂಡ ಕಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ. ಇದು ನೆಸೆಸಿಟಿ ಇದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೈನ್ ಬೈ ಕಾಸ್ ಇಸ್ 1 ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಟ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ 1 ಮೈನಸ್ ಟ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ. ಇದಷ್ಟು ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್. Dear students, important problem, that is a conceptual problem based on the pressure, gauge pressure, that is P minus P is equal to rho gh, and equating the pressure at same horizontal level. ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ರಿವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇದೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಬರುತ್ತಾ, ಡೋಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್, ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದಿ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Now next important concepts in the same chapter, surface tension. tension itself, what we say, it is a pulling force. On the free surface of liquid, there is some pulling force among the molecules of a liquid. In the word itself, you can understand the concept. Surface tension of a fluid. And especially this surface tension is usually studied in case of liquids. Free surface of liquid. Well defined free surface of liquid is possible, but in gaseous media it is not possible. Gaseous media do not have well defined free surface. Therefore, no question of study of surface tension in gaseous media. So, surface tension of a liquid, we can say. Means a liquid, it possesses free surface. We need a free surface. Liquid has well defined free surface. On the free surface, every molecule has some pulling force. It pulls the neighboring particle with the help of intermolecular force of attraction. Andre one particle innond particle pull ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ that the entire free surface of liquid contracts. And because of this contraction, that free surface of fluid acquire minimum area, minimum surface area. And this property of the fluid, that is liquid, is called surface tension. Again, I repeat the same. Every molecule on the free surface of a liquid have a tendency to attract neighboring particle. So there is a free surface. Let us say this is one molecule. On the free surface of liquid, imagine there is one free molecule. It attracts this molecule to the neighboring particle towards it. A pulling force. Again, the neighboring particle also experiences a force towards this. Imagine there is a free surface. On the free surface, two-dimensional picture. On the neighboring side, this molecule experiences a pulling force from all its neighboring particles. Hence, what we say that because of this pulling force, that free surface of fluid contracts and acquire minimum surface area, and that one of the property of the fluid is known as surface tension. And this force of intermolecular force of attraction between molecules of same substance, intermolecular force of attraction between the molecules of same substance is known as cohesive force. Hence, this surface tension is due to the mechanical property, that is of cohesive force. Hence, the surface tension is sometimes also known as a molecular phenomenon. When you say water, it has so many molecules in it. The force of attraction between the water molecules means all these molecules of same substance. The force of intermolecular force of attraction between the molecules of same substance is called cohesive force. Therefore, surface tension is due to the cohesive force, you can say. Surface tension is because of, or you can say is due to the cohesive force. And because of this property of cohesive force, surface tension is the mechanical property of the fluid which is because of cohesive force. Hence, this surface tension is also sometimes we call as molecular phenomenon, by which the free surface of liquid contracts. Free surface of liquid contracts and acquire minimum surface area. Very important. See the sentence, my dear students. Since the free surface of liquid contracts, because of the contraction, the free surface of liquid will acquire minimum surface area. Because of this property of surface tension, all the liquid drops are spherical in shape. Again I repeat, the force of attraction between the molecules of a similar substance is called cohesive force. The intermolecular force of attraction between the molecules makes the free surface of liquid to contract. Because of the contraction of the molecule, because of contraction of all the molecules, they come closer together. The free surface of liquid acquire minimum surface area. Because of that property, all liquid drops are spherical in shape, and this is sphere among all 3D shapes. If you take cube, cuboidal, parallelopiped, cone, solid cylinder, if you take any of the 3D geometries, sphere has minimum surface area. So what to define, how to define a surface tension? You can take that after discussing this. A molecular phenomenon by which a free surface of liquid contracts and acquire minimum surface area is called surface tension. And mathematically, after defining that, mathematically, the surface tension is the force per unit length. Mathematically, you are writing this sentence, my dear students. Mathematically, surface tension is the tangential force per unit length on the imaginary line drawn on the free surface of liquid. So let us understand that what it is. Assume that you have a free surface of liquid. On the free surface of liquid, say there are so many molecules of same size. Size of each molecule is of the order 10 to the power of minus 9 meter. Molecular size of all liquid drops is about 10 to the power of minus 9 meter. So on the free surface of liquid, there are so many molecules are there. On the free surface, I draw just a tangential line, imaginary line. On this imaginary line, there is one molecule, another molecule. Enough. So they are of same kind. Say left side, this will attract the another molecule with some force, let us say F. See the arrow mark. Again the neighboring molecule will attract the neighboring molecule also. One will attract the other by means of cohesive force. See the arrow marks. One will pull the other. I told tension is a pulling force. This molecule pull the other. This molecule pull the other. Means let us say A, and don't say that A and B are two different molecules, my dear students. Both are same. A is pulling B. Again, B is also pulling the molecule A with the same force. That tangential force. How it is acting? Perpendicular to that imaginary line. It doesn't act randomly. Heng bekang act agalla. Imaginary line. If I separate that molecules, if I draw only a line, just imagine I have drawn only one line. For this molecule, there is a pulling force. Similarly, on the other, like this, you will get so many molecules on either side of the imaginary line. How much length? I don't know. Generally, let us say on an imaginary length L. It is not possible to draw a line on the free surface. Assuming that a tangential line is drawn on the free surface, on either side of the tangential line, you will have a force. How it acts? Perpendicular to the imaginary line of length L. So, how to measure surface tension? It is the force, perpendicular force you can say, perpendicular force per unit length on an imaginary line drawn on the free surface of a liquid. So with this, my dear students, you can say mathematically surface tension, it is denoted by letter T, it is equal to the tangential force. It acts tangentially to the free surface of liquid per unit length. Per unit length, perpendicular to an imaginary line drawn on the free surface of liquid. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ definition ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಸಬೇಕು. That I have done my duty. So after understanding this, now onwards, surface tension formula is given by force by length. SI unit is Newton per meter. It is a scalar quantity. It has only magnitude. Now, in this, write the dimensions of surface tension. Dimensional formula. Force M1 L1 T minus 2 divided by length. LL cancel. Therefore, dimensional formula for surface tension is M power 1 L power 0 T power minus 2. Dimensional formula is M1 L0 T minus 2. After understanding this, now there are some applications that you come across with surface tension. You can have those applications. Those applications are because of the property of surface tension. Best example that you can take, a paint brush. A dry paint brush, when dipped in a liquid, what happens? All the hairs of the brush gets spread. All the hairs of a spread gets spread. When this brush is taken out, when the same brush is taken out, you will observe that all these brush hairs will cling together. Cling because of cohesive force of attraction between the molecules. And this sharp edge taken by the brush is due to the property of a surface tension. Now there is oil and there is a cotton wick. Cotton wick. When it is lighted in a puja room of your house, this will glow as long as there is a oil in that container. This cotton wick has a small pores. Means this oil will rise up, and this lighted cotton wick, lighted cotton wick will glow because of rise of oil. Rise of oil in a cotton wick is again due to the property of surface tension. There is a cohesive force, my dear students. Cohesive force between the molecules is causing the oil to rise. Same. Rise of water in plants, or say in all kinds of trees, all kinds of plants and trees. Rise of water from the roots to the different parts of the plants or tree is caused again due to the property of surface tension caused because of cohesive force of attraction between similar kind of molecules. Same. On the surface, free surface of a stagnant water, ಮಳೆ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಕೆಸರು ನೀರು ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಮನೆಯ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತಲೆಲ್ಲ ಟೈರು, ತೆಂಗಿನ ಚಿಪ್ಪುಗಳು ಬಿದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ, ನೀರಿದ್ದರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಿವಸ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಅದು ಸೊಳ್ಳೆಗಳು ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊಳ್ಳೆ ಅಡ್ಡಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತವೆ. Mosquitoes lays their eggs on the free surface of stagnant water. Small insects like spider easily can crawl, crawl, crawl on the free surface of liquid because the free surface acts as a membrane, a contact membrane The free surface of liquid contracts because of due to the property of surface tension, and that contracted area will give some support to walk. Small insects like a spider can easily crawl. Mosquitoes will lay their eggs on the free surface of stagnant water, and those eggs are supported by the weight of the eggs. Weight of the eggs is supported by the free surface of the fluid. Again, that is caused due to the property of surface tension, which is caused due to cohesive force. So all these examples can be understood with the help of the property called surface tension. My dear students, in the next class, let us understand how this surface tension and surface energy can be studied. Means in the next class we must show that surface energy is equal to the surface tension, and let us study in the next class. Take care.